Greetings and welcome back once again to Ney on the Katzbach in campaign Leipzig. Now, things have happened between this and the last episode. My opponent and I agreed to a ceasefire. So, what we are going through here is basically the final part, an overview of losses and everything. So, let us get started. So, if we have a look-see, let's have a look-see at the situation. So, starting up, let's start on the right. So, lots and lots of Cossacks. Yeah, I figured there were so many Cossacks. The White Russian Hussars and the Alexandria Hussars. White Russian and Alexandrias. More Cossacks, Cossacks, and Cossacks. Mirapol and Aritz Hussars. So another 2 Hussar regiments. This is all under Cavalry Corps. And then obviously, where is he? Karpov is independent. As he is directly under Sakan's command. Here we have... Let's have a look-see. Oberst Ketzler. Brandenburg Infantry, Prussian Jaegers, Major Hiller. Silesian Grenadiers. 8 6-pounders, the Thuringian Battalion. More Silesian Landwehr and more guns. A positional battery, figures 6-pounder. Another positional battery, in this case some Lycorns. Here we have the 11th Corps of the right wing. So that would be all these troops here. Who is here? We got Bieberstein and his cavalry, who are under Jurgas, who is spread all over the place. For various reasons. Who have we got here? Archev, some 6-pounders, Smolensk and Kurland Dragoons. Vilnia Regiment, some Lycorns. Kamchatka Infantry Regiment. Lots and lots and lots of skirmishers. There is that square, the 2nd Battalion of the Brandenburg Square, which is supported by those Brandenburg Reserves. Or are they Fusiliers? They look like Fusiliers, actually. The reserve of the 12th, or what's left of it, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the 2nd and 3rd Battalion of the 12th got pretty mauled. Some guns and 2nd Battalion. There's the other half of the 2nd Brandenburg Battalion. Oberstleutnant Bork. 2nd Battalion of 12th. There's the other half of it, actually. So, still, it got fairly battered. If 69% is there and, 11% is left there. Silesian Landwehr, and there's York. More Silesian Landwehr. There's their cavalry. The Fusiliers. Or what's left of those. Where's their lead unit? That's the question. Because they just look like... who is this? 2nd East Prussians. So there's the two halves of them. Here we've got the Lieb Grenadier, or what's left of it. Between the there's the lead unit of that. So the Lieb Grenadiers. Where are you? Lieb Grenadiers 46. It was maybe at 60% strength. The East Prussians. What's that? 65% strength. First East Prussians here. Yeah, I did quite a lot of damage to him. This is under Mecklenburg. There's Hiller. More land there, some 6-pounders. Routed there's Blucher with the Army of Silesia as a whole. The Mecklenburg Hussars, pretty mauled by the looks of it. What are you? You've lost 24%. Some 12-pounders. Just look at all these land there. Broken into, quote, half battalions, but they are just battered. And they're under Oberst von Steinmetz. We've got Silesian Hussars and the Jaegers of the Silesian Hussars. There's the rest of the Silesian Hussar. First of the 5th Silesian Landwehr. So 82%. Some 6-pounders there. What do we got? Guard Jaegers. The Lieb Infantry Regiment. Yeah, so he basically broke down the Lieb, the IR-8, which is the Leib Regiment. Basically broke up the Leib Regiment to provide skirmishers. Compare that to my poor state here. Still, I'm fairly proud of my boys, considering I was having to frontally attack. I am actually pretty proud of them. But as you can see, both armies are complete and utter messes at this point. If not, in pure losses, then in just formation and exhaustion. I mean, look how exhausted all these chaps are. Well, some of them are. Let's take them for example. They're pretty exhausted. They're exhausted. So yeah, everyone's just worn out at this point, both in terms of losses and actual tiredness. Lithuanian mounted Jaegers, the Dorpat mounted Jaegers under Filon. We got the Viska, what's that, the Vadka Regiment, and some horse artillery on my side of the river. Some guns. This was the biggest issue, just guns, guns, guns. Especially all of these. That's 3 positional batteries. Ugh. Nasty. Pure nastiness. Another positional battery, and a positional battery of Lycorns. Yuck. And then there's a bunch of light batteries. So skirmishers, fairly okay. Disordered, but okay. Yeah, I never really wanted to put that much effort into Fifth Corps Assault because, well, I didn't know what he had. So there's the entire command. There's the overall commander, General Langeron, and General Koff with the cavalry. Here you got Gurkov with them. Yeah, this lot was a nightmare to me. They caused no end of grief. Who's this? The 9th Corps. Cool, look at the Vitebsk Regiment. 40% losses and very, very tired. Granted, I'm in no place to judge because, well, some of my boys are just battered and bruised beyond belief. Take these boys, for example. Or these. 44% losses. Ooh. And pretty exhausted. Still, this was going to be interesting to see what happens. He would probably go straight for my squares for obvious reasons. What do you got there? 6-pounder. What could he even save? So all in all, both armies have battered each other senseless in many regards, and not a lot has been achieved. So there's York. So let's look at the losses. Looking at the losses, starting with leader losses, he lost a cavalry leader killed up there. He lost Oberst Dundersmark captured there. And General Major, what's that? Pansenchild was killed there. I believe he was Russian. Where is he? Yeah, I believe he was the brigade commander of this lot. So, losses-wise, what have I lost? 16,500, roughly. 16,500 men and 21 guns. They lost 10,800 men and 26 guns, but also those 3 officers. So, yeah, a very inconclusive battle overall. I mean, when you have a squadron, a battalion, a skirmisher company reduced to 1 man, it's pretty bad. 47% losses. Let's have a look, see who was worse hit generally. Pretty badly smashed. Yeah, that particular regiment, 1st Battalion of the 3rd Baden, ugh, that would clearly have to be folded into the 2nd Battalion because, well, 177 men at this point is not going to do a lot. You detached your skirmishers, didn't you? Yeah, there they are. So you're not at 70%. You have not detached your skirmishers, so you did actually lose 32%. Those were 6-pounders. There was those Lycorns that were indirectly shelling me all that time. What else? So, what could I have done differently? What could I have done differently? What should I have done differently? Strictly from my perspective, I should have been a lot more careful with my cavalry. Granted, I did give his cavalry an absolute smacking, but I paid a high price to do it as well. And I think I overextended my line too much. So my divisions were not quite concentrated enough. I should have perhaps closed up a bit more. So rather than having, say, Marchand's division down here, he should have been about here. And then maybe MacDonald's troops on the river attacked more up here. Who knows? With that regard, I should have perhaps been a bit more aggressive with Loristan's 5th Corps, and I should not have spread it out like this, but it was there mostly as a distraction and to prevent him from shipping too much of his left wing to support his right on the other bank. What else? Other than that, I should have been a bit more careful with picking my battles, picking my fights. And maybe a bit more patient to work on his line with artillery. And certainly not given him opportunities to charge down so many of my skirmishers here early in the battle. That was a huge blunder on my part. Otherwise, I don't think I can... Off the top of my head, I cannot think of anything else, really, I could have done better in this situation. But naturally, you might have, if you've watched the whole series, you might have noticed things that I could have done a lot better that I didn't. So I would appreciate all your perspectives. Another big blunder was over here. That much I know was a big blunder, where I allowed this cavalry to just dominate me in the end, because it was just causing massive chaos and caused quite a few battalions to get fairly mauled. Maybe not catastrophically mauled, but a mauling is a mauling. What can I say from the opponent's perspective? Excellently chosen position on the right flank, on the right bank of the river, because he could see everything I was doing from this bit of high ground, but also here, with the stream along here, it really prevented any easy attacks. And his guns just kept blowing holes in my line. That was another big issue. So I did give the West Prussians a good kick in, at least. The West Prussian Grenadier Battalion. What else could I have done? Who knows at this point? Who knows? I clearly shouldn't. I should have been a bit more selective with my use of heavy cavalry. And probably hidden them behind something over here rather than over here. But again, I couldn't really advance without getting shot at one point or another by cannons, so... But again, I would appreciate your perspectives, so... I hope you have enjoyed this series. If you have, please let me know if you've enjoyed it in the comments below, or by hitting that thumbs up or subscribing. They'll all give me some indication of whether you've enjoyed the series, even with my blunders and other mistakes. But otherwise, I hope you have enjoyed. And this has been Ney at the Katzbach with the final overview of the battle. So, I once again thank you all, and I will see you all for the next series, which has been starting to get released now. So, until then, bye bye for now.